Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. My name's TCapsonX, and when it comes to getting better at Warzone 2, there's three main things to improve upon. Number one, your aim. Number two, your movement. And number three, and what I would argue is by far the most important, and even more important in Warzone 2 compared to Warzone 1, is your decision making or the mental aspect of the game. In this game, I have got a pretty much perfect solo versus trios game where I dropped 28 kills. We're going to walk through this and understand my decision making. Number one, I'm dropping Suki Castle because it is a hot drop, and my goal here is to drop a high amount of kills. But the other reason I'm dropping here is there is a buy station here. I don't always go to the same place, but I do make sure I go somewhere there is a buy station nearby. That way, I can buy my custom loadout guns because, let's be honest, they're very strong if you have the correct guns. Now, as I come down here, I am taking my time here, and watch how I am not just endlessly sprinting through these halls, but I am scanning the halls as I come down. And I was able to hear that guy, and that's why I came down looking. Now, I'm going to keep looting, and in here in a second, I actually get right here, that door open to your right, and I also had a slight audio cue, so I'm able to very quickly turn and utilize hipfire. I was in the middle of calling a UAV. Now, you can't aim your gun when you're calling in a kill streak, but you can still hipfire. So looking at that UAV now, looking at the minimap in the top left, nobody's really around me. So at this point, my goal is we need to get looted, and I need to get $5,000 so that I can buy my two custom loadout weapons. Remember, I'm playing solo versus trios. It is $16,000 to buy a loadout. I'm not going to keep looting until I get that. I just want to get my guns, and then we will try to get our loadout later. Now, a guy did ping right over here with a down arrow, indicating he's below me. However, I believe he was way down below, and that he was actually down in that underground cavern system. So at this point, I've got my $5,000. We're going to buy my long-range gun, which is the TAC 56 assault rifle. My close-range gun is going to be the KV broadside shotgun. Yes, I know it's busted, but listen, if you want to improve at the game, if you want to drop high kill games, you need to be using what is the meta, and the broadside is by far the best close range gun in the game right now. Now, at this point, I don't have a lot of information to act off, but there is a most wanted nearby on the minimap. So as I come over, notice how I am scanning the environment. I'm not just running tunnel vision to this guy. I'm taking my time, and we're just scanning around left and right. This most wanted is going to end up being right in front of me. We're going to get him cracked. As I push, I switch to the close range gun. However, he's running away, so we're going to switch back, and we're going to center around roughly where he would be on this edge. And because of good centering, meaning my center dot was at roughly a level where he would be, all I have to do is slightly correct my aim. Ends up being an easy kill. Now, his teammates, when I downed him and finished him, his teammates pinged back the direction I'm running. That's why I'm running this way. Extremely important in Resurgence on Ashika Island that as soon as you get a kill, your eyes go to the minimap and you're looking to use that information. This is why we constantly hear streamers always look left. The reason for that is simple. We are always trying to utilize our minimap and use what information we have to act off of. Now, at this point, I don't know if anyone's here, so as I come around each corner, I'm scanning and I'm checking, but I've got money. Let's buy a UAV. I'm going to buy the UAV, also buy a durable gas mask. Whenever I see durable gas masks, I buy them because they are incredibly strong, and it's going to come in handy here in a second. Now, unfortunately, I ran into a cluster mine. Thankfully, we don't get down. Now, let's check the minimap. We have a ton of people down here in this direction of the map. Now, as you're going to see, though, everyone is pretty much at this house or farther, although there are two here off to the left. But as I go, one thing I want you to look here is there is a ping that comes in with an up arrow. But because that just came in and because of my level, I know he has to be flying in. Everyone else is in front of me. So when I land here, you're going to see I check left because I had seen that ping with the up arrow, and I look up, and here he is flying in right here. But I know that relatively to my left, I don't have any threats to my left. All of my threats are ahead of me, and I can use the roof as my cover. I'm not going to worry about getting downs. I'm instantly focusing on getting down, down, down because I have multiple threats in front of me. However, I take damage to my left. I think it was these guys in this house over here. And my number one rule of thumb is when you take damage, if you don't have cover, do not ego chow it, go find cover. So we're going to jump off the roof, and now we're going to get in a position where I am covered to my left from those guys. We're going to immediately replate. Now, there is a ping in this building, so we're going to switch to our close range gun, go in, and thankfully the shotgun is going to handle them very easily, although an SMG would have done just fine there. Now, there was just a ping from their teammate, and he was coming in over here. I don't have audio cues though. Right now I'm trying to reload and kind of just reset this fight, but I never heard this guy. This guy comes right in, but I have my TAC 56 out and I'm in the middle of a reload. So I can't reload cancel. So we're going to switch to our shotgun and close the distance. That way he has to adjust his aim. He's only able to get about a play and a half off of me. Thankfully, we're able to kind of get out of that situation. Now I hear a lot of shooting. I'm going to get one of my downs from earlier, and I get a ping out here to my left. So we switch to the assault rifle. I have to finish that reload. I'm going to peek this corner, but notice how I don't jump all the way out here and expose myself. I stay on this window ledge here because if this guy does start frying me, guess what? All I have to do is jump back in. We're going to get the finish, and we're going to get 2 pings over here to our left by the gas station. So my goal is, with zone moving in, I'm going to work up and try to get ahead of them. Going to get all of our guns reloaded here, move up, and here comes number 1 right in front of me, and we're able to get some shots on him, but not damage. So I want to keep working to an area where I can hold them. However, they're going to go kind of wide to their left, and they're going to work down this hill. Now I come up here, and my goal is to find them, and I think in the moment I was confused. I think they kept running up this way to the right, because I'm going to end up interacting with them here shortly. I'm trying to find them, can't see them. We're looking down the hill, trying to see are they hiding below that edge, and just not really sure. But as I look back this way, there's actually a guy right here. It's hard for you to see him, but he is right there. And I'm going to get this guy almost down, and then I start getting shot from the left. Now, again, number 1 rule of thumb, when you get shot and you're not in cover, your number 1 goal is to find cover. I know from before I am on the top of a hill. I have no cover to my left. We're going to dive off, but I'm still not in cover. Now we're going to dive back behind the hill, immediately start replating. Do not waste any time. And we're going to try to, I wanted to get up to the left and get high ground here, but I'm going to slowly peek this corner, and I'm trying to look him, see if he's pushing. I want to get up here, but the game just won't let me mantle. But this guy makes a big mistake. This guy swings way out into the middle of the road instead of playing off this hill. And now it becomes a 50-50 fight, and it's who hits their shots. I hit mine. He doesn't hit his. I try to get his teammate, but guess what? I'm out of ammo. So now look where I am. I have no cover. So what are we going to do? We're going to find cover. We're going to run back, dive, get behind here. Thankfully, I had munitions from earlier, so we're gonna, with cover, hit that, but now I hear someone landing in. This guy now just became my bigger threat. That guy's farther to my left, plus I don't have my TAC 56 reloaded, pushing with the shotgun. Now, the reason I turn here, I heard footsteps, metal footsteps on the roof, and I heard an audio cue of him dropping down. So we're gonna get a quick and easy kill there. His teammate's going to ping to my left up at this buy station. Now, this has been a really hectic, crazy sequence here. We're going to reset, get reloaded here, but it's about to get even worse here because we have a sniper looking at me right here, and we also have another teammate right here. So we have 2 players at this window looking at me. Now, general rule of thumb is when someone starts shooting you at one angle, don't peek the same angle. Take a different angle. So we're going to switch to long range. I'm able to get one of these guys downed here. Now, let's change. Let's peek the other one. I can't see the other one, but I get my finish. And then I'm going to get a ping, one on my level, close to me to my right, who is the sniper we just saw. Another one is up and to my left. Not sure if this guy is floating in or if this guy is just above me on the hill. So, now my concern was because he got damage off on me, he was going to immediately push in. So I take the shotgun out and I center on the doorway, anticipating him pushing in. He doesn't, and when I check, I end up downing him, but we basically trade with one another. However, thankfully, I still have my self-revive because I haven't gone down yet this game. I'm able to get myself off. I'm going to spray out here because I thought he might be still out there, but I think he crawled away. And I'm going to just try to get replated here because now we have to look at the clock. We have 10 seconds until this zone starts to move, and I am on the very edge here. And I am between 2 teams, basically. So we're scanning right, but I hear a shot to my left. So we're going to peek out here, and now is my time, the third party. Now, I make a mistake. There is a guy's head right here. I should have not shot here. I should have worked up on this hill and got a cleaner shot. Instead, I alerted them of my position. I end up getting both of these guys cracked before I have to reload, but now I got nobody down. I'm out of bullets, and now zone is moving. I'm spraying with my shotgun, trying to get it down here. I'm just out of range, but Remember that durable gas mask that we bought earlier? This is going to come in clutch here. And I can just sit in gas. I can reload. And as they are forced to go, I get to sit in gas and get basically free downs here. And I'm just trying to check and see where people are because I can't tell. This guy was looking for me, but I'm able to get good shots because he was not played, and we're able to get these 2 downs. Get a ping to my left, but there's this hill there, so this hill is basically going to provide a natural cover for me. As I'm rotating in, I hear the landing in audio. This guy, I think, was AFK or something, but hey, we're going to take the kill, hit the ammo box here as we played up and moved to zone, and we have now 15 kills at the end of second circle. I think we're going to get a 16th here in a second. There is a 16th. So I still have to work to zone. I'm scanning my environment. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and we're just going to keep working into zone. Now, just want to say, guys, if you are enjoying this style of video, if you found this helpful so far, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. My goal is to help you guys get better at the game, help you guys find the best loadouts, best settings to use, all that good stuff. Now I'm heading this direction because I did see movement over here, and I'm trying to find where this guy went. I'm not sure, but again, we're taking our time. We're scanning the environment. He's going to end up being right here. This time I'm going to have a little bit better trigger discipline, and I'm not going to start shooting right away because I want to make sure I have a clear moment to down him before I start shooting. Now, I did shoot this guy to the left, and in hindsight, I maybe should have not done that because I could have alerted this guy in front of me of where I was, but thankfully, he did not hear me. Now we're going to get the down here, but I'm getting shot from my left, so immediately, instead of ego challenging, just prone down, we're going to use this hill so we can reset. I've got a proximite. We're going to chuck it just in case they push. As I move back to cover and plate, though, I'm going to get hostile dropping in, and there he is. Looks like he's going for the loadout, but there is another person there. This guy is over here behind the loadout, I believe, and you can tell because he's shooting that way. So we're going to take our immediate threat. When you have multiple threats in your area, again, don't worry about going for the finish. Immediately get the down and go to the next person if you have someone in your immediate area. So we're going to do that, but as I do, now I start getting shot from a third person to my left. Now, guess what? Look where we are. We have no cover. What are we going to do? Answer with me. We're going to find cover. Good job, guys. Okay, we're going to dive here. I don't quite make it, but I'm able to run behind and use this loadout as cover. And we're going to shoulder up and down, crouch, and kind of bob and weave behind this to get information on when this guy is pushing. But when I come up here, I was only able to get one plate on. I have the wrong gun out. So again, we're going to switch, stay behind it, come out with the shotgun, get the down. One thing I want to mention here is, look, Warzone 2 doesn't have as much movement as what Warzone 1 did, but everyone's on the same playing field. Use that to your advantage. If that guy had slide canceling and fast movement, he would have just pushed me and probably killed me in Warzone 1. But instead, you have to take advantage of cover and simply slow down the game and play off of cover. There's no reason, there's no way I'm camping this game. I'm playing aggressively, but the big difference is I'm utilizing cover, and I'm putting myself in situations where I'm not going to take damage. This guy's going to land in over here to my left. I see it and hear a shot down here, so we're going to peek that and able to get this guy down and just get him finished before he gets behind cover. Now we're going to get the reload, and as I turn back, this guy is landing in back again. This guy probably hates me. I'm very sorry. But we're going to go back and we're going to try to take this free kill here. As I work up, he's farther left here, but he doesn't have great cover to work off of. Again, notice how I'm behind this wall. If for some reason I needed to, I could have ducked down left, and I'm just always trying to put myself in an area where I have an exit route. So we're going to get that kill. We're going to move up here, loot this guy. I'm going to accidentally loot the wrong thing. Now we're going to keep working towards zone. Now, as I do, one thing I'm really looking for is some ammo. I don't have a lot, and I really wish I had a buy station. I never was able to hit my loadout in this game because it was so hectic. And I haven't had a buy station by me because at this point, I actually have 20,000. Now, one thing I want to point here, this guy, I hear him landing in, but I have the wrong gun. I have my AR. But notice this very simple move of switching, ducking behind cover, and then once my gun is out, now challenging with my close range gun. Again, utilizing cover so that we're not taking damage. Here, another guy coming in, switch to the AR, but I can't quite get this down. But zone's moving in, so I'm going to work up here. I'm checking my left to make sure no one's over there when I hear shots below me. Get the down. Now notice, as soon as I get the down, I'm not concerned about the finish. I am immediately going to my next target because I have another threat in front of me. We get both down, go back for finish number 1. Now we're going to drop down for finish number 2. Check pings. We got 2 pings to our left and above us. Might be floating in, but we're not sure. So now I'm just trying to loot, trying to find plates, ammo, and whatnot. And as I come in, I think I'm okay. I don't hear anything, but I'm gonna climb up here and I'm gonna start getting shot. But guess what happens? When I pull my shotgun out, because this guy is just behind this box, my shotgun is not reloaded. In Warzone 2, we have the reload cancel animation where once you start to reload, you have to finish it. You cannot cancel it like you could in Warzone 1. So because of this, I don't want to challenge this with my tac. I'm going to drop back into the water. When I drop back in the water and I go down, he can't shoot me unless he has a pistol, which I'm going to guess he doesn't. Now, very hard to see this, but he's actually right in front of me. On the recording, it doesn't look as clear, but in game, I can see this guy a lot better. Now, you have two options. You go up to the top, you try to shoot down, or you go for the melee. My goal was I'm going to get my first melee off before he does, so I swim towards him, get the first melee off before he can get one, and I'm going to win this melee fight off underwater or whatever you want to call it. So, 25 kills in for Circle. We have played a pretty much perfect game at this point. I am very low on ammo, though. I'm trying to find plates, ammo, all that good stuff. Zone is going to be moving here in about 25 seconds. As I come up, we're scanning, trying to see. Don't see anyone. As I come around this corner, though, there was a guy just... He came down the stairs, and I'm going to challenge forward with my shotgun. We're able to get that down, but his teammate is right behind him. So we're not going to oversell for the thirst because he's at that awkward range with a shotgun where I could very easily lose this fight, even though the broadside is so good. So we're going to immediately go back, reset, start to play, but there's 1-2 people over here. So now I'm forced back and I'm going to sit in this corner, and thankfully he doesn't push me. Now when I challenge, this guy is right here, but I have the wrong gun out for this fight. You have to know your ranges if you're going to use shotguns. And I'm going to try to take one shot, but this is just not a fight for me to take. Throw the snapshot, ends up not really working here. And as I'm slowly peeking this corner, we're going to switch and we're going to catch this guy. But I don't know if you guys heard that. There are footsteps to my right, and it sounded very close to me in game. So I'm going to immediately switch to my immediate threat. Switch. This guy's right here, and thankfully I used just a little bit of movement to throw him off. We're going to jump at him. Now, this is just pure chaos, and I heard footsteps left and looked left, but there's this guy now jumping down. We deal with him. I look left. Here is another one. Now, one thing I want to point out here, and there's a lot going on here, and I apologize. I'm trying to keep up here and explain. When Resurgence is disabled, Respawn is disabled, you no longer get minimap pings when you down people. So, and it's very frustrating because that was a team wipe, but I would have had a lot more information during some of these downs of where these guys were. But now I have to go back to just simply acting off of visual and audio cues. So I saw a guy to my left, but I have zone. I do have a regular gas mask, but I am trying to reload, take my time, but the regular gas masks don't have very much health. Now look right here. When I start to move left here, this guy comes around the corner with a freaking RPG. Thankfully, I don't know if he didn't have it loaded or something, but he isn't able to get it off right away. So now I'm going to work back the other way, but zone's moving, and I only have 3 ticks on a regular gas mask. I'm going to keep playing as we work around, and hello, there's this guy right here. Shotgun handles him, though. But this is where I made my mistake. Earlier, I reloaded my TAC 56, which had like 50 rounds at a 60. Instead of reloading this, I could have had 10 bullets left. So we hit those 2. We don't get the down. And now this guy is right in front of me. Now, I'm not sure if I would have downed him or not because he's kind of behind cover. He's at that awkward range for a shotgun. But these 2 fry me. And I just was not able to get out of that situation. And it was him. This was the guy that ended up downing me. So, super unfortunate. I don't know what else I can do there in this situation besides probably try to have the shotgun reloaded. I think in hindsight, that's the biggest thing I had to do there. And I just didn't know that I was putting myself in between 2 teams. I just was unaware of all those teams that are around me when I was rotating to zone. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. If you liked it and you're new here, consider subscribing. Maybe come check out a live stream as well. We'll see you in the next one. And by the way, guys, if you want to know what my TAC 56 and KV broadside classes were, you can check out these videos right here for them.